Hey guys, today we are simulating the push it strategy. This video was prioritized by McMolten. If you have a crap strategy you want me to simulate, you can submit it at dicedata.info, and there's an option to prioritize it, which puts it right at the front of the production queue. Otherwise, I'll get to it just as fast as I can. Now, let's see what the push it is all about. First, we'll wait for a point to be established, and then we'll place $66 inside. On the first hit, we just collect. On the next hit, then we press to $88 inside. Third hit, we collect, and fourth hit, we add the 4 and 10 for $15 each. Then we're going to collect, and then on any future hits, we're going to alternate a full press and collect. Let's go through a demo and see how it works. First, we'll wait for a point to be established. And that point is going to be 6. Now it's time to place $66 inside. And we hit a 5, so we're going to collect that one and rebet just that $15. On the next hit, we'll push to $88 inside. There's the 5 again, so now we'll go up to $88 inside. After this, our next hit will be a collect, and that's going to be on the 6, which is also the point. While the puck is off, these bets are not working. Okay, new point is 9, so now we're working again, and we're on that 6. All right, we hit the 8. Now it's time to add the 4 and 10. These are both buy bets, and the VIG is paid on the win. We'll collect on that 6. Now we hit the 9, that was also the point. So once the 9, or once the puck goes back on, we'll get back up on that 9 with the press. New point's 5, so that's a full press on the 9. Six is also going to be a full press. Another 9, so this time we're going to collect. Nine again. And there's our 7 out. So we did all right. We got 74 on this shooter. Now let's run the simulation. I'm going to simulate 1 million shooters, which is 100,000 sessions of 10 shooters each. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're finished up. So as usual, we have 8.5 million throws, which is 85 throws per session on average. The total bet was $223 million, with $123 million won by the players and over $130 million won by the casino. That's a house take of $7.5 million and an overall edge for the house of 3.372%. Let's see how the simulated players actually did. First, we'll look at the data by shooter. The players won money on about 1/4 of the shooters, and they lost money on the other 75% of the time. Let's see how much they won or lost. The most lost for any single shooter was $66. So while the players did lose on 75% of the shooters, their loss is relatively limited. The most won was a whopping $95,000. That is not a typical result. Here's the histogram. The bins here are $50 wide. The most frequent outcome is a loss of less than $50, which happened about half the time. 95% were within plus or minus $100. So you could roughly say that this strategy showed a win of more than $100 in every 1 in 20 shooters. Now let's see how the players fared over their sessions of 10 shooters. Here we have fairly similar proportions, but with a slightly higher loss rate. Let's look at the amounts they won or lost. The most lost for a session was $640, while the most won was over $95,000. That's all from the same shooter that we saw earlier. Here's the histogram. The bins here are $100 wide. A little over a third ended within $200 of their original bankroll. 80% within $400. And 95% within plus or minus $600. This is a chart of the simulated players' bankrolls at their worst during the session. Half never fell below $300. And all but 12 out of 100,000 never fell below $600. Now we'll look at the report card. We simulated 100,000 sessions of 10 shooters each. The overall house edge was 3.372%. 23% of the sessions ended with the player winning money, while 76% lost money. The middle 50% of outcomes all lost money, anywhere from $340 to $21. The middle 90% of outcomes ranged from a loss of $458 to a win of $650. And players with a bankroll of $531 survived 10 shooters in 99% of the sessions. This strategy certainly has a high loss rate, but the actual dollar amounts of those losses are limited to only $66 per shooter, with a very high upside. Do you think you could catch that monster roll? Let us know in the comments. If you prefer a strategy that wins more often than it loses, check out my video on the 3-point dolly right here. As always, thanks for watching, and good luck at the tables.